Mercydes Jetley, and I'll be taking on the role for passage expert. So I'll be talking about two stories: Making Yourself Look Ugly by Andrea D. Kelly, and the second one is Stealing a Bag of Potatoes and Other Crimes of Resistance by Victor M. Reyes. So for the quote that I chose, for the passage that I chose for Making Yourself Ugly, it is modern Eurocentric beauty norms dictate the requirements and limits of acceptable hair removal, as well as the right places for hair removal. So these norms reflect the idea that as all humans, we all equally grow hair out of our body, but women are the only ones that are expected to remove hair from our body, from specific parts of our body, like our armpits and our upper lip and anywhere hair we have on our face and our legs. So I chose this passage because it stood out to me, because due to it is still normalized in today's society, which this is something that should have been changed and challenged long ago, because for future generations we have to show them an empowering example of what equal means in gender, what equality means in gender. So the phrase "the right places for hair removal," this highlights that women are unable to express themselves freely because of what society tells them to do, and as women we don't have any freedom, because we have a more stricter standard, because society have a more stricter standard for us than they do with men. So this causes us to feel like we have to follow a restrictive beauty norm or beauty standard. So this causes us to feel suffocated because of what society is trying to change about us. So for the second story, I chose "In Mocking the System, These Young People Gained a Sense of Empowerment." This means that by making fun of or rebelling against unfair rules, and young people feel like they were taking back some power, because society tends to think that our voice, or whatever we're trying to say about what's going on today in society, they think that our voice is not important. They think that whatever we have to say is unimportant and it doesn't matter, so they try to shut us out. They think that our voices, it makes us feel like we're not important. I chose this passage because it shows how people can find strength in small acts of resistance. It reminds me that sometimes humor or defiance can be a way of coping with injustice. It also helps people feel like they matter and that they can do anything with their voice and whatever they have, with whatever power they have with them. The question is, why are some breaking behaviors seen as divine while others are ignored? What does this say about social control? So some rule-breaking behaviors are seen as defiant because others' behaviors are being ignored because based on their context or their intent. This passage, Mike didn't want to steal anything valuable. He just wanted to prove a point. He wanted to show to the clerk that he didn't do anything wrong. He just came into the store one day, and then all of a sudden the guy started yelling at him. So in order to prove a point to the clerk, he had to do something that will make him really mad, but then in the end it ended up leading to a consequence for him, which is really bad. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening to listening to me as a passage expert. Thank you.